विश्वस्मै नमः। ॐ विष्णवे नमः। ॐ आदिदेवाय नमः। ॐ अनादिनिधनाय नमः। ॐ भूतमहेश्वराय नमः। ॐ भूतभव्यभवत्प्रभवे नमः। ॐ भूतभव्यभवत्नाथाय नमः। ॐ सर्वलक्षणलक्षण्याय नमः। ॐ पुण्यश्रवणकीर्तनाय नमः। ॐ सत्यधर्मपराक्रमाय नमः। ॐ सत्यधर्मपारायणाय नमः। ध्यानम् शान्ताकारं भुजगशयनं पद्मनाभं सुरेशं विश्वाधारं गगनसदृशं मेघवर्णं शुभांगं लक्ष्मीकान्तं कमलनयनं योगिहृद्यानगम्यं वन्दे विष्णुं भवभयहरं सर्वलोकैकनाथम्. Now we come to the 29th verse of Sri Vishnu Sahasranaam. Subhujo durdharo vangmi mahendro vasudo vasuho naikarupo bruhadrupaha shipivishtaha prakashanaha. In this verse, there are exactly 10 names, 6 names in the first line and 4 names in the second line. This is because of the varying number of letters in each of the names. Subhujaha Durdharaha Vangmi Mahendraha Vasudaha Vasuhu Ekarupaha Bruhat Rupaha Shipivishtaha Prakashanaha. Om Subhujaya Namaha. Om Durdharaya Namaha. Om Vangmine Namaha. Om Mahendraya Namaha. Om Vasudaya Namaha. Om Vasave Namaha. Om Naika Rupaya Namaha. Om Bruhat Rupaya Namaha. Om Shipivishtaya Namaha. Om Prakashanaya Namaha. The first name in this verse is Subhujaha. Bhujaha, that is one having benevolent arms, graceful arms, beautiful arms, charming arms. A number of meanings for the prefix Su. Now, this need not be taken as a description of the physical beauty or of the anatomical structure of the arms. Actually, perhaps this means these arms are those that are working always in the service of his devotees. These are the arms which are always benevolent and ready to give, fulfill the needs of the devotees. Normally, the deities are shown with the arms of the deities are shown with Abhaya Mudra and Varada Mudra. Abhaya Mudra of the deities indicates that I will take care of you, I will protect you, I will shelter you, I will ensure your safety from anybody who is trying to harass you, do bad to you. Varada Mudra. Varada Mudra indicates I will fulfill your needs. I am blessing you, I'll give you what you want. Varada. Varada is giving of Vara. Thus, the two hands of the Supreme are full of grace and they are graceful. So they are called Subhujaha. Having graceful and powerful arms, Vishnu supports everything, including the earth. Durdharaha, he is supporting everything. This is one meaning. The other meaning is one who cannot be comprehended. The Supreme Being is the substratum of everything. He supports even the mighty earth. So he is called Dharani Dharaha. It also means one who cannot be comprehended even by great yogis who spend long periods of time in meditation, transcending the mind and intellect. This is the experience of the Supreme. Therefore, even the mind and intellect cannot comprehend it because mind and intellect are also derived from the Supreme. So, naturally, they cannot comprehend the Supreme. The only way to comprehend Him is to study of the Vedas, follow the directions given in the Shastras, and Shastras and Vedas. One who is proficient, one who is eloquent in Shastras is the same Paramatma. So he is called Vangmi. Vangmi is one who is eloquent, one who is eloquent of his glory. So a devotee who understands him, who is eloquent of his glory, is also considered to be a part and parcel of the same Supreme. He can also be called as Vangmi. Now, when you say eloquence, it does not refer to speech alone, but it encompasses all physical capabilities in the world, all the glories of the cosmos, all the beauties of the heart, the total might of the intellect, altogether is indicated by the word Wang Mi. He is the ultimate harbor, ul- beyond the stormy seas. He is the destination. He is the Parandhama, which has been declared by the great saints and sages, rishis and prophets. They have been telling. For example, Lord Rama is glorified as being Buddhiman, Madhurabhashi, Purvabhashi, Priyambadaha. So these are the features, these are the attributes of a person who can be called Vangmi. One who is worshipped through Vedas by the sages is Mahendra, Maha Indra. He is the Lord of Indra, and Indra himself is the king of the gods. So he is far superior to all the gods. Not only that, he is also superior to the Lord, the king of the gods. So he is called Mahendraha, which is the next name. So one who is the Lord of even Indra, the Lord of gods, in philosophy, the mind is called Indra. Because Indra is the one which controls, regulates the five senses. So, mind is considered to be Indriyana Raja, king of the this one. And the mind itself is controlled. The Lord of the mind is the Supreme Self, the inner self, which is residing in us. This is very, very categorically brought out in the concluding verse, in 42nd verse of chapter 3 of Bhagavad Gita. It says, Indriyani parani ahuhu. The senses are supposed said to be great. Indriyebhyaha param manaha. Greater than the senses is the mind. Manasaha to parabuddhi. Greater than the mind is the intellect. Yaha buddhehe parataha to saha. Saha is the self. So that self is greater than even this particular buddhi. Indriyani parannahuhu. Indriyebhya param manaha. Manasastu para buddhihi. Yo buddhehe paratastu saha. Mahavishnu is the giver of wealth. Vasu represents wealth. Vasudaha, giver of wealth to his devotees. Vasu means wealth. Vasudaha means one who enriches all, both in their outer prosperity and also in their inner well being. So once we surrender to Him unconditionally, we'll be able to live, learn the dynamic success with all the glories of the loving heart, the self controlled mind, the contemplative intellect. See the adjectives attached to all these things: loving heart, self controlled mind, contemplative intellect. This actually is a wealth. This is the real wealth which a devotee, which a seeker can have. And all these things are derived from Mahavishnu. He is Vasudaha. He is not only Vasudaha, he himself is Vasu. He is the embodiment of all wealth. Vasu. Vasudaha, Vasuhu. Here, Vasu has got many meanings. It can mean dhana, wealth. It can mean Aditya, sun. It can mean even Achadana, a wheel. He is the one who manifests himself in the form of external wealth. So the wealth we normally understand what we crave for is called Vasuhu. So he himself is that wealth. Now, if you take the meaning of Aditya for Vasu, then as the very sun, he is nurturing and nourishing the entire world. And the third meaning is Achadana, like a wheel. So if you take this particular meaning for this name Vasu, then it means he is the one who himself, who is wielding himself by his power of Maya from comprehending and understanding him. But this applies only to unprepared persons, persons who are not interested in the spiritual way of living. For them, he is not understood. He is supposed to be dark. He is called Krishna. One name, one reason for calling Bhagavan Krishna is he appears dark. He appears dark to a person who is ignorant, not interested in trying to find out, trying to delve into the higher truth. But for a person having true devotion, a person with a right temperament, he is always visible. He is accessible. So the term Vasu can also mean one who lives in all the things and all the beings. Vasati iti Vasuhu. It can also mean one who allows all things and beings to exist in himself. Vasayati iti vasuhu. He permits the entire universe to live within him. Vasayati iti vasuhu. So Vasudeva is one very, very popular name of Mahavishnu. It has multiple meanings, it has a multiple implications. Naika Rupaha, na Eka Rupaha. He does not have any one particular form. We cannot say the Supreme is in a particular form only, or you cannot even say he is a man or he is a woman. He can be anything. He need not be a man. It can be so. That is what Vishnu Rupa says. Vishnu has appeared even as Mohini in a female avatar. In a female also, he has appeared as Mohini. He has appeared as very, very humble animal, which normally we don't even bother to look. We call it Varaha. So he is not confined to one popular form. He is na eka rupaha. That means he is multi-formed, or he has infinite forms in his manifestations. Actually speaking, every living species living on this earth or existing in this universe is one of his forms. Now you can imagine absolutely infinite number of forms which he has. A single waker's mind becomes itself delegated to serve the endless items, endless needs of the dream world. Similarly, Mahavishnu manifests himself as he affects as the entire universe, but he remains the supreme cause. This idea is beautifully brought out in this verse. Jalam Vishnu, Sthalam Vishnu, Vishnu Akasham Uchyate, Sthavaram Jangamam Vishnu, Sarvam Vishnumayam Jagat. So now you can imagine. Jalam is Vishnu. The water, the oceans, rivers is Vishnu. Sthalam, ground, land, mountain, hills, dales, everything. This is Vishnu. Akasham, Vishnu Uchyate. Even the sun is called, the entire sky, the space, called Vishnu. Stavaram Jangamam Vishnu. One which moves, one which does not move. One which has life, one which has no life. Is all Vishnu. Sarvam Vishnumayam Jagat. The entire universe is pervaded by Vishnutvam. So it is Vishnu. Naika Rupaha. So only on transcending this physical equipment can we experience the oneness of the absolute reality. He cannot be seen through the distorting instrument of body, mind, intellect. Then we see only the plurality. But once we transcend this, we will be able to see the universal oneness of the absolute reality. Eka Rupaha means multiformed. Burhat Rupaha, which is the next name. It means you can have some very, very special forms, unique forms, huge forms. Burhat Rupaha, huge form. The form which we can think of, the hugest form which we can imagine is Vamana as Trivikrama. With this, he measured the three worlds in three steps. So the vast, infinite dimensions pervading all, on whose form the total universe and the entire universe is depending. Purusha Sukta brings out this very, very beautifully and categorically and says, finally, it says, Atyatistat Dashangulam. He, he is appearing as a whole universe, but he stands beyond it all by 10 digits. That means what you see 10 times of that, 100 times of that, million times of that is the real form of Mahavishnu. That means even the universe is only a small speck compared to his true personality. Shipi Vishtaha, he is dwelling in the rays of the sun. Shipi is a name given to sacrificial cow. The term denotes one who is sanctified, one who sanctified all his actions, all his dedicated offerings, and pours and gives oblations into the sacrifice in an absolutely selfless manner. See, now the she also means waters. Shipi means one who drinks water. So we are trying to describe the sun as one who drinks the water. We all know that the process of evaporation, which is a continuous process, because of that, the waters from all the water bodies on the earth, the oceans and rivers and lakes, it is absorbed, it evaporates, it forms into clouds, and the clouds, same clouds, come down pour as rains. It gives us, sustains the entire earth. So all this is possible only because of the energy of heat and light which is in the sun. And who is the presiding deity in the sun? It is the same Mahavishnu. And Bhagavad Gita makes it very clear. Verse 12, chapter 15, declares, Yat Adityagajam Tejaha Jagat Bhasayate Khilam. The light residing in the sun, which illumines the entire world. Jagat Bhasayate Akhilam. Sun, who, which illuminates the entire world. The light residing in the sun, that is me, that is mine. Yat Adityagatam Tejaha Jagat Bhasayate Akhilam. Not only that, and whatever light, whatever warmth, whatever you can find glow, you can find in moon or in fire, everything is derived from me. Yat Chandramasi Cha, and yet Agno, in the fire, Tat Tejaha Vidhi Mamakam. Understand that to be the light emanating from me, heat emanating from me. Yat Adityagajam Tejaha Jagat Bhasayate Khilam. Yat Chandramasi Yachagno Tat Tejo Vidhi Mamakam. Now dwelling as a rays of the sun. Now he illumines the entire solar system. So he is Prakashanaha, illuminator, the supreme, which illuminates expressing itself as all pervading consciousness in every equipment. He is the knower, knowing everything in each bosom, sarvavit, knowing everything, and knowing all the things that are happening in the universe at one and the same time. He is omniscient. So his omnisciency is called Sarvagnata. He is Sarvagnaha. Sarvagnata is the attribute. Sarvagnaha is a noun form. He is the illuminator of all experiences. Verse 13, chapter 13, Bhagavad Gita. Yatha prakashayati ekah krishnam lokam imam ravihi. One single sun, the way single sun illuminates the entire world. Similarly, I, as the kshetri, prakashayati all kshetrams, that is all the bodies, all the kshetras, I illuminate as the kshetri because I am the person residing in every body. Dehi. In every deha is present. Is a dehi. So all bodies. That means being living within us, residing within us, he is enlivening all my activities. He is conscious of all my activities, all my words, all my thoughts, whatever I contemplate. That is what every human being contemplates. He is fully aware of what he is trying to say. He is the supreme knower of the fields. Fields is kshetra, means body. Yatha prakashayat ekah krishnam lokamimam ravihi. Kshetram kshetri tatha krishnam prakashayati bharata. Now, with this, we are concluding verse 29. Now, Shanti Mantra. सर्वेषां स्वस्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां शान्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां पूर्णं भवतु सर्वेषां मङ्गलं भवतु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः